Now let's take a look at splines. So if I go ahead and click on draw spline, I can click on the viewport. As you see, I can create spline curve. And if I click and hold the left mouse button and drag it, I can create the tangents. So I can create smooth curve. And let's go ahead and cancel that. And again, click on draw spline. And if you come over here, you can see we have a custom plane. So if I check that on, you can see I have a plane in the viewport. And if I rotate that, let's say, and I can draw on it. So if I click and drag and create the curve. And now if I hit accept, and if I go ahead and move my camera, and you can see the spline points are not at the grid exactly. So you can see this point is outside the grid. And if you look here, so you can see it's not straight on the grid that we created. And this is because we need to turn off the option called world object. So basically this will snap the points on the objects in the scene. So I find it very distracting when it comes to creating the splines. So make sure you turn it off. So even if I go ahead, let's go ahead and delete the spline. I want to show you if you check that on, and let's turn off the custom plane. And if I go to the, let's say, front, and let's say I want to draw the spline from here. So if I click and drag, and now from here, everything is normal, right? If I hit accept and go again to perspective, and let's take a look, as you see, it's a mess. And this is because the world objects turned on. So make sure you turn it off before creating the splines. So let's go ahead and delete that. We're gonna create it again. Let's cancel it, then delete everything. So now let's go ahead and click on the spline, and I'm gonna go to the front, and then I'm gonna draw the spline. Click and drag, click and drag. And of course you can hit accept and then come back here and adjust the tangent from here. You can add points. You can right click on this spline and click on add spline point. And now if I go ahead to the perspective, you can see everything is normal. As you see, the spline is very big, so we can scale it down. And let's go ahead and move it down. And now we can come to the revolve spline. Basically, this will revolve the spline around this purple line. So as you see, the purple line is not aligned correctly, so we can set everything to 0 here on the rotation. And now we can rotate the purple line 90 degree. And here we have it. So now we can come over here and adjust the points. Remember, you need to adjust the points before clicking on accept. Let's undo that. And I can move them. And I can add a spline point and the mesh will be updated. Nice. And after you finish that, if you want to smooth it, you can go again to subdivide and smooth it. And now let's go ahead and delete everything. I want to show you how to create a circle or rectangle spline. So let's go ahead and click on draw spline. And if I want to draw a circle, I need to click once on the viewport or maybe twice. And then you need to hit accept. And next you need to right click on the point, not on the spline. And you can see here we have the spline generation panel. So if I click on that, you can see I can change that to a circle or to a square or to a rectangle. And this is a really weird way to create these types of shapes in Unreal. They should set these options somewhere here instead of right clicking on the point and creating that. And this is a really weird and funny way. So anyway, it is what it is. So now I need to select this point and delete it. And here we have the rectangle. And again, let's repeat that. If you want to create a circle, just click one time or twice and then hit accept, and then right click on the point and then click on spline generation panel. And now I can select this circle and then close it. And now you can delete this point, delete it. And here you have the circle. It's really funny, right? So in the next lesson, we're gonna continue.